point.
Okay, sirens coming off again. Second sirens.
Direction of storms, that kind of thing. But now we're just lighting up the whole county, weather services, because of the fact that this cell is going to be so very, very strong and so widespread with at least squall line activity. I'm trying to get in here and show you a little bit about the forward speed here. We'll put the skid on, and you can see, again, this BTI that we're talking about here at the bottom of the screen is 2.7. You can see right there. Hail is not such a big concern of this one, but wind is. So working its way in from the west to east. Holly, White Lake, you're going to get it first. It's in South Lyon. It's in Novi right now, moving to Commerce, working its way toward Pontiac, Farmington Hills, of course, Clarkston. You're going to have some issues here. Get everybody off the lake, even if they're not your family. You can see them out there. Get them off the water, get them off the lake, tell them to get in. Some people can be pretty stubborn, especially when you got the first good day of lake weather out there. So here's the idea, a wide view now. Lapeer to St. Clair to Macomb County, you're in a tornado watch. You will likely be warned within the next few minutes. So it's
Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This dangerous storm was located near Deerfield or near Blissfield and moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. This dangerous storm will be near Dundee died around 5:45 p.m., maybe around 5:50 p.m., Schofield around 5:55 p.m., Carlton around 6 p.m., South Rockwood and Newport around 6:05 p.m. The warning includes areas surrounding these locations. The tornado warning for eastern Lenawee County is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Additional strong thunderstorms are still possible, and a tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. The National Weather Service in Detroit, Pontiac, has issued a tornado warning for Monroe County until 6:30 p.m. Radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This dangerous storm was located near Deerfield or near Blissfield and moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. This dangerous storm will be near Dundee died around 5:45.
Or so, and then the southern edge of this begins to break up somewhat in Wayne County, as you can see there. Its way through the southeast corner of Wayne County as well. So as we march through time, we'll go in and we'll look at something. And Chris, why don't you hop in there and we'll look at the hail potential and the wind potential out of this one as well. So here's the radar look, and you can see what is going on in Dundee to Monroe. And then Chris, here's the Barren Butte with the hail.
All right, these purple shades here, just to kind of help us interpret, just east of US 23, these are essentially the core of the particular storm. As remember, it's rocketing to the northeast. Computer generating an estimate, and that's all this can be, is an estimate, because we can't actually get physically inside the storm, of about 1.5 inches diameter hail, anything over an inch. And this is estimated about 1.5%. That's a lightning strike to the cloud or the ground, the kind that can be very dangerous within the last 5 minutes, and this is just lighting up and lightning inches more people every year, and it's typically near than tornadoes ever will. So lightning is the reason you need to get inside as well. Brought down to show you the big view.
Yeah, I'm putting lightning on everything here, Chris. You can see.
Yeah, this obviously in general, the more intense the storm, the more lightning there's going to be, and that's why we see so much of it lighting up across that south. There's a little bit of a break in between. We're looking at the northern fringe right now. This is land down to Wise Lake, down to Lake Orion. The storm's not quite as intense in this area, but again, you're under a warning. And I want to reiterate something right now, in case maybe you're just tuning in, maybe you're hearing sirens go off in your community. If you are in any of these warned counties, we're talking Oakland, we're certainly talking about Wayne County now is under severe thunderstorm warning. Just go to your safe place now. Is there going to be rotation? How big is the hail going to be? We'll take care of that. You need to get yourself and your family into a safe place, which for most of us is the basement or the lowest level, and just wait it out for a little while. The good news about them moving so fast, you're not going to have to wait around for very long. They're going to sweep through, and the worst of it will be over quickly. But here we have some arrival times on the intense part of this northern cell. Talking about Oakland, 5:58. We're talking about 10 minutes from now, 5:58. Orly, Thomas, also 5:58. Maybe 6:02. And estimated in the wind figures are around 6:03. So that is really quick movement speed. Gentlemen, we're still looking at 55, 60 mile per hour movement speeds.
More like 60, yeah.
All right, so 60 miles per hour is going to be a mile a minute. So they're going to come in very fast with a burst of wind in many cases. And that's the downburst wind that we're really concerned about potentially doing some damage. Was wind field arrival time was 55. Silver Lake right at 6 o'clock. Again, this is the northern part of Oakland Hills at 6:05. And as we've been saying several times, this is the center, this is the core of the storm arrival time. It could be a few minutes earlier, it could be a few minutes later, but it gives you an idea that you know.
Hey, Chris, likely to be a little bit late on these sometimes. The forward speed now is working its way up to 65 on these storms. So if you see your town on this list, it's just time to take cover.
Exactly right. Here we are. Now we're into Monroe County. We're just west of I-75. Ida Township is here in the center. It's just west of Monroe itself. And here we go with some arrival times. Do we have a BTI? We refer to this BTI, an acronym for Barron's Tornado Index. It's a scale from 0 to 10.
This was 7. That's not good.
All right, 7 is not good. I thought this return looks a little bit swirly to me here. There's the possibility of some rotation within this. A 7 on that scale of 0 to 10 is a strong likelihood that there's rotation. It may very well be making contact with the ground. A tornado.
I'm going to put you on storm relative velocity here, Chris. You'll be able to see.
All right, you can see what we're showing here is the direction of the wind relative to the storm. In other words, when we see it going in different directions, that's an indication, even though we can't see it with our eyes, it's an indication that there is rotation within the storm, and there could very well be a tornado within that.
Okay, there's the storm relative. It's getting kind of messed up, I think, from radio.
Do me a favor. After you guys track this cell, we need to get into we need to get into southern Oakland County, east of Milford. I think there's actually a little bit better rotation up there. So
Here we go.
at least on the off, that's very near the radar site there in White Lake.
See a little hook here, perhaps, too.
Yeah, try the storm relative on that. This is under a tornado warned storm. And what I'm seeing is very close. East of Milford.
Patrick, flip over to the computer.
Right around Commerce. It's going to be difficult to see. Yeah, probably a better view, better vantage point. This radar.
This is the area you're concerned about here.
Slide down further south. Right. Keep going. So this radar is right in this area. Right here, there's a little enhanced rotation.
Just north of
We're very close to Commerce now. We got just about everybody out there hitting us up on Facebook and Twitter right now, reporting that this tornado sirens are going off. And you guys are doing an excellent job talking about the leading edge. I just think this might be a little area where there might be a little enhanced rotation within that particular storm. Right around Commerce Township, heading toward Union Lake.
Sean, we got Julie on the phone. Julie, you're in Ann Arbor, is that right?
Proud everyone, we're Bob here, and the skies are gray, a little bit darker than usual. It's actually not too bad, but it is warm and raining at the same time. We noticed that temperature drop around 5:10, and that's the emergency sirens all around. There are a couple people come up to our truck and tell us that the fall security announced over the PA to everybody that you either had to get out and go home or stay in stores because they weren't putting them all on lockdown. It was about 5:10, and that's when that temperature dropped. The skies got darker. The rain, thunder, and lightning started all between 5:30 and 5:40. Shortly after that, it started coming down a little bit harder. There's a hotel right across from the mall. There's still people walking around outside of that, so you can tell it's not
And you guys, Chris, can you see that you talked about what's going on here? I'm going to zoom in on that spot on the radar while you're looking at that.
Now we have a different traffic view, and this just highlights very clearly how different it is depending on where you are in the metro area. Here we are at I-75, the 12 mile. Not only is traffic light, the road is dry. It hasn't hit that area yet.
Let's flip over to the radar real quick, Patrick, on Viper. We'll be able to see that's the shot that you're seeing. And then here you can see, if we'll flip over to Viper, we'll be able to show you the radar. Okay, so there's not much going on there. Now, if you can go back to that other traffic camera, are you guys able to do that? Patrick, can you go back to the other one where the cars were pulled off the side? Okay. Yeah, this is the radar. I'm going to go up to 75 here, and you can see the different intensities coming and going. I think a little more important is the fact that we're getting action here all across the area. You can see the heart of it is Oakland County. Now, the reason that we have this big bullseye, this little eye in the middle, that's the radar sight. It doesn't look up very well. It looks out better. But you should certainly be taking cover in this entire area. This kind of intensity, the cell, is more than likely to work all the way up through Clarkston area, through White Lake as well. You just can't see that because of the radar problems there. All right, let's go back to traffic cam. We'll be able to see what's going on. All right, 94 Belleville, that doesn't help us too much. There's not much there. Let's take a wider look back on Viper, if you can, please, Patrick.
Not to cut it. With about 60 mile per hour winds from a train spotter down there. 80 mile per hour wind gust in Gaines, which is in Genesee County. Reports of a trampoline that was moved into a neighbor's yard, numerous branches down there. That was on the northern, or the comma head, if you will, of that line that's pivoting to the northeast at about 50,
Let's review what's
60 miles
going
per
on
hour.
here.
So set the stage if you're just tuning in. And all of southeast Michigan under a tornado watch of a very aggressive complex, severe storm complex. This is what we call the comma head. So a lot of times what you'll get is some enhanced rotation or wind damage, and that's probably where we got that 80 mile per hour gust in Genesee County. Lapeer under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Oakland County. Under me. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're going to look out and see a tornado. That's not necessarily it. It's just that this is moving so fast to the north and northeast at about 65 miles per hour that the National
Winds are
Weather
going to
Service
start
is
picking up.
Tornado-like wind speeds.
Tornado-like wind speeds, and that's what we've been saying all day long. Treat everything like a tornado warning, and then it'll almost suck right there, Dave. Wayne County under a severe thunderstorm warning. The radar doesn't look very impressive, but there's probably still some outflow wind that may have is this massive cell that is parked, very slow moving, supercell in nature, showing some broad signs of rotation. The Petersburg Fire Department reporting some of that. Sitting on top of Monroe right now, and I've had some Canadian viewers asking about this particular cell. It is moving toward you in southwest Ontario, so heads up in Harlow as well as Kingsville, and BTI still jumping off the charts. Once it gets above 5, we start to really kind of concerned about that, and it's running at about 7.1. Throw on, I don't know how it's going to look since that cell is right on top of the radar site, David. Go ahead and pop on the storm relative velocity and see if we can pick up. See, to me, it's more of a broad rotation. You can see this is kind of heading toward the radar. This is away, so it's a broad rotation, but still potential for wind damage. Why don't you try switching to the North Webster
I want to put you
site?
just real quickly here before I can.
Because North Webster might give us, even though it's a little farther away, it might give us a better vantage point. IWX,
There you go.
KIWX, and switch it over to SRV.
There's IWX.
Okay.
All right, and then
Try
here's
SRV.
relative velocity.
So again, still kind of it's a broad rotation. Normally, what we like to see is this a tighter couplet, but still tornado warning. So regardless if it's pretty a tornado, get your safe shelters. Chris and Dave have been saying.
Let's flip over to the computer if we can, Patrick. We'll be able to show the enhancement of this southern storm, Sean. You can see on the southern part of that. Go ahead and move the core. I'll zoom around it while you're talking here.
Yeah, so I mean, cloud tops are running at a good 50, probably 55,000. So this is an explosive thunderstorm, very tall in the atmosphere, and certainly for this time of year. So this is what we call the core of that storm. And you can see, Dave, that's a very, very deep column
Right.
for southeast Michigan. Would you not say
Yeah,
so?
this is unusual for any time of year for us, but we looked at that, and as you're looking at that, you'll see the lightning. When the lightning does flash, you can see the shape of the storm there. And again, we looked at that area being around 55,000 feet or so. And I'll zoom back down in here and put that Echo Tops back on the Viper and just check that while you're looking at it. But we're looking at the core now. That's 55,000 feet, which is about 10 miles or so up in the air. So it's impressive for sure. Chris, why don't you hop in there, and I'm going to put on another product. We'll stick with the computer, Patrick, and we'll be able to see now the storms and their history. The purples and the blues are the hail tracks, Chris, and the green, of course, is the shears, and we're looking at the